Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. It is Monday, October 14th, 2024. Wow. While I was happy that I was going to have today off, I was so excited about not having to get up this morning at 4:30 to lay in the bed. My happiness quickly came to an end. It is difficult to even talk about this here on my YouTube channel. But I lost a very dear friend on yesterday that I have been friends with for the last 35 years. He was a classmate. He was a brother. He was a friend. We hung out. I used to go pick him up. We've gone to parties together. We've gone to a wedding together. People thought that he was my guy at one time. And I hadn't seen him in a while. In fact, hadn't really even seen him too much on Facebook that much. However, the last time I saw him was at our all-class picnic that we had just recently, Labor Day weekend. And I noticed that, he was having some issues with his knees, like we all are at this age, at 54, almost 55 years of age. He came over, he talked to me, and we had a conversation, and we were laughing. We were talking about age and our knees and how our knees was hurting and this, that, and the third. That was the last time we talked. And yesterday evening, I got a phone call from one of my good girlfriends who also is a classmate to tell me that he had passed, and to go look on his Facebook page where his cousin had wrote and made an announcement that her cousin had passed. He had died. So I am just floored. I'm sad. My heart is heavy. I know that God doesn't make any mistakes, and that God I know that God has a way of giving us rest when he thinks we need it. I don't know his situation. I don't know if he was sick. I don't know if he was dealing with some type of health issue, because people don't tell you what's going on with them, which they don't have to because it's their business. But I also know that sometimes we don't do what we're told to do, also to take care of our bodies. And we do a lot of things to our bodies. We do a lot of things to ourselves to cause us to go into for us to go into some of the health issues that we can avoid. I'm not saying that was him. I'm just saying that can happen. My heart is just heavy. It's extremely, extremely heavy. I just feel so incredibly sad. It's all over my timeline on Facebook because, we were a large class. It was 800 of us that graduated out of Chicago Vocational High School here in Chicago. And most of us are still friends. And so most of my classmates are posting and talking about Larry. name was Larry Jones. He named himself Mike Lowrey after the character in with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. And his Facebook page said Mike Lowrey, but that was not his name in real life. And so it was a running joke, you know. And it's very, 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 very hard for me to process and to digest that he is, you know, that he's gone. I don't know. It's just hard to process. So, once again, you know, trying to figure out, like, what is this van doing? Where is he going? But once again, you know, another classmate has passed. Another friend has passed. And, you know, it's just hard to, it's just hard to process, you know. I don't know how to even describe how I'm really feeling. Trying to keep it together, trying not to go into trying not to go into a crying fit, you know. I just feel so sad. So I ask that you guys pray for his family, pray for my classmates, pray for his friends and myself, and it's just unbelievable. And I think I know that I'm feeling really sad and overwhelmed because my dad's death anniversary is soon approaching. He died October 29th, and in 2016. And the thought and the, you know, every time when October comes, you know, I'm always glad when the month of October passes. We buried him November 3rd. But October is a hard month for me. It's a really hard month for me. Because it takes me back to that sad place in my life. And that happened almost 8 years ago. And I still cry for my father like it just happened yesterday. I miss my father more than words can ever explain or even imagine. I just miss him. I miss him so much. I miss, even him getting on my nerve. I miss him, saying things to me that I didn't want to hear. Um, I just miss him. I miss him. I miss him. I miss him a lot. And there's a huge, huge void in my life because my father is not here. I mean, to see that I bought a house, something that he told me to do years ago, he's not here. To see that. Just so many things that has happened in my life. Christopher getting big, coming into his teenage years. He wasn't here to see that. I just knew that he would be here to see Christopher graduate from high school, at least, Whew, it's just it's heavy. It is heavy. It is heavy. And I know God, I trust God, I believe in God, I know his word. And I know about death, and I know about the resurrection, and I know where we going when we die. We either going to heaven or we going to hell. But Lord have mercy. This can be a bit much. It can be a bit much. So I had planned to get on here and tell you all a little story time. I had planned to get on here and tell you all a little, just a little, wasn't much, just a little story time. But I don't even know if I can even do the story time now. It's just overwhelming. And my friend, the guy that I had been seeing, that I graduated with me, that we graduated together, the one I've been telling you all about. He and this guy were very, very close. So we talked last night, and I could just hear it all in his voice that he was just about to break down, and he and I, we just was talking about, like, we haven't had a chance to recover, we've had so many classmates to die. This year, in 2024, we've had 3, and now this one makes 4, just in this year alone. And so, you just never know the minute, the day, the hour, or the second that you have. And we often are wasting time and taking up space in people's lives that don't want us to be there. And we won't get out the way. We won't move. We won't leave. We keep staying. We keep thinking that it's going to be something different. We keep thinking that it's going to be better. We just wasting time. So, I don't know. I don't know. Life is, as they say, it's just not promised to us, and that is so very true. getting ready to go over here and get some gas. To put in the car. So I'm gonna say this to those of you that are watching this video. You know, I've often said it before. I've said it to you all so many times, and I will say it again. Whatever it is that you want to do, if it's that you want to go on a trip, if you want to go to London, if you want to go to Paris, Spain, Africa, New York, wherever. If you want to buy a house, if you want to buy a second home, if you want to buy property, if you want to invest, if you want a new job, if you want a baby, if you want a husband, if you want a wife, do it. Do it. You know, you can't listen to naysayers. You can't listen to people that saying, oh, you know, you too old to do that. You too young to do that. Your time is up. You know, why are you thinking about that? You know, so forth and so on. You got to do what's best for you. You know, I feel like something crawling on me. You got to do the things that bring you joy. You got to do the things that bring you happiness. You got to do the things that bring you peace. You got to do the things that makes your heart happy. Because, you know, there's just no guarantee that we're going to be here. If you want to buy a new car and you can afford to buy a new car, buy it. You want to buy a new house, buy it. You know, no matter what it is, buy it, do it. You know, this thing with the car, with my finances, the cat, you know, I'm telling y'all, I was just so stressed out. I was so stressed out. You know, my friend and I wasn't talking no more. Moving into the house, trying to get acclimated in the house. All of that. While I was very happy about my decision, I also was regretting it in some ways. As I was like, oh, if I hadn't bought this house, I would have had more money in my pocket. If I hadn't bought this house, you know, I would have been able to get my own car fixed, you know, and I would not have had to borrow money from my mom. If I had not bought this house, all of these things wouldn't be happening. I just had all of that, you know. And to be honest with you, still, oh, wait a minute, what is in my eye? That was weird. Something flew in my eye. And to be honest with you, sometimes I still feel like, did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing? Did I make a good choice? I feel as though I did, you know. But, you know, we doubt ourselves. We second guess ourselves because, you know, all the stuff that life throws at us, right? And things that we have no control over, things that we don't know because we don't know what's going to happen from day to day, from moment to moment, from hour to hour, second to second. We don't know. So, you know, we always thinking, well, maybe I'll wait. maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that, maybe I'll say this, maybe I'll say that, maybe I won't do it like this, maybe I won't do it like that, or maybe I'll do it like this and I'll do it like that, you know. And the thing is that in life, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees that anything that we want or plan is going to go that way. There's no guarantee. And so I thought to myself, like, you know, like I said, did I make the right decision? Did I make the right choice? You know, because it's like you got all of this responsibility on your head now. And maybe you should have waited, you know, or maybe you should have did this, you know, because look at you now, you struggling. You know, you didn't have to struggle. You didn't have to put yourself in this situation. And what I know is, and what I believe is that it ain't going to always be like this. You know, it's like this for now. It's like this for this very moment. But it ain't going to always be like this, because the Word of God clearly says that weeping endures for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. And joy cometh in the morning ain't just in the morning time. Joy coming in the morning is all of the time, anytime. So we have to rely on God for everything and in every way. And of course we doubt ourselves because we're human. We doubt ourselves because we listen to other people. We doubt ourselves because we're in this thing called flesh, which ain't the flesh, but it's your emotions, your heart. You don't know which way to go. You just be like, okay, Lord, should I go this way? Lord, should I go that way? Lord, what you want me to do? Because I don't really know which way to go. I know which way I want to go, but should I go that way? And that's why everything concerning you, you should be praying and you should be asking God. If you are a believer and you believe in Him and you have surrendered your life to Him and you've given your life to Him, I'm not talking to those of you that are not wow, this phone really shook. I'm not talking about those to those of you that are non-believers in God. I'm not talking to those of you all that don't believe in faith and having faith and the power of faith. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those of us that have that relationship with Him, and we believe that He is our Redeemer, and we believe that He is our strength, and that we believe that in all things He will protect us and guide us and lead us in the right direction. Those are the people that I'm talking to. For those of you that don't believe and don't have a relationship with God, I don't know how to talk to you. I really don't. I don't know how to talk to you, because only thing I can tell you is that if your life is all upside down and in shambles, and you know you got a lot of chaos and drama, you need Jesus Christ in your life, and you need to get saved, and you need to get baptized and filled with the Holy Spirit. That's all I can tell you. I'm not here to judge anybody about their belief, about their religion, about their faith. I'm not here for that. But if you believe in Him and you believe that He is the risen Savior, and you know Him for yourself, then you understand what I'm talking about. And so as human beings, we don't always understand. We don't understand. We can't understand. We can't process things the way in which we should. I don't know if it's a correct way or a non-correct way, but we just don't know what to do sometimes. And sometimes we just got to call on His holy name and say, Jesus, I need you now, because I don't know what to do. And we just conflicted on every side. You know what I'm saying? We just conflicted. We conflicted on every side. We are conflicted. But we have to know that there's a God above that loves us and that is merciful toward us. His grace is sufficient. even in the midst of me being in sorrow today and not understanding what happened or why this happened, I still believe that God always knows what's best. And he decides, not us, but he decides when he wants to come and take us home. Now, I do believe that we as people, because of the way we live and what we don't do and what we should do, the way we don't take care of our bodies, and we do push death closer to us. We push death closer to us than further from us. In some situations are beyond our control. You know, if you were a person who was killed, or a person who has cancer, or some other disease that, you know, is beyond your control, that's something different. But we do kill ourselves by smoking, drinking, not eating healthy, you know, not getting enough rest, you know, doing things to our bodies that our bodies really cannot handle. So while we do that, and we do enough of that, you know, on our own, we're dying every day. You know, we living, but we dying, you know. And from what I understand, he passed in his sleep. And so he could have had a heart attack in his sleep. He did suffer with gout. And so that you know, that could have, may have been a triggering factor. I don't know. But nevertheless, he's not here anymore. And that's the sad part about it, because he was not an old man. We were the same age. He just turned 54 in August. And felt that he needed to rest, and so he took him on home to glory so he could. And when we understand that we don't belong to ourselves, but we belong to him, and that he is the one who is the deciding factor, where do I want to go? Maybe I'll go right here. I will be back, you all. I'm going to pump this gas, and then I will be back. Okay? Did y'all hear the gas is going up? Oh, child. I'll be back. I'm back, y'all. I got my gas. Now I'm here at Starbucks. I'm not going to get that chocolate mocha crumble, cookie crumble thing that I normally get. I'm going to get the strawberry drink. I'm going to probably get the cookie crumble thing later on in the week. My mother wants that. She wants a small one. So Now we gotta go to another funeral.
Hello, can I get started for you?
Hi, can I get a small chocolate cookie crumble, I think it is?
Almost cookie crumble?
Yeah.
Anything else?
And then can I get 2 large strawberry a size?
Lemonade or water?
Lemonade.
Anything else?
That's it.
1863.
Okay, thank you. I should have got the cookie crumble thing, but I just ate a grilled cheese sandwich before I left home. And if I drink that and I had the grilled cheese, it ain't gonna be nice. It's gonna be ugly, real ugly. So I ain't gonna do that to myself, because I know it's gonna tear my stomach up. Again, another thing about getting older and not being able to consume dairy. Well, I can consume it, but it ain't something that I have to be careful eating ice cream. I have to be careful eating, just a whole bunch of stuff I have to be careful with, because auntie.
1863.
Okay.
Would you like a cup carrier?
No, I don't need one. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you. Can I have the fatter straw for the cookie crumble? Yeah. Thank you so much. So y'all, that's what the cookie crumble coffee look like. This thing is so doggone good. Oh my God. Ooh, Charlie Wally is good. It's so good. So good. So that's what my mom wanted. So I got her that. And like I said, I just didn't want to. This is really good too. This is the strawberry. I get it made with lemonade. Strawberry ACAI. That's good. Oh, so good. So very good. Starbucks is addictive. You spend a lot of money on drinks from Starbucks. A lot of money. So anyway, I was gonna do this little story time. It wasn't really a story time. Just wanted to tell y'all about a situation that happened. So this guy and I have been like going back and forth, like talking. And right when everything was going on with my car, he had asked me to go out on a date. And he wanted to go, we were going to go after work because it was still warm out, in September. Or August, September, whenever that was. So anyway, everything, that had happened with my car, I wasn't able to go because I was waiting on the guy to come to my house, fix the car, blah, 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 blah. So it kept getting pushed back, and that was because of what was going on with me. So anyway, we had talked about 2 weeks ago, and we had decided that we were going to go again. We were going to try to go again. So he asked me if I wanted to go out a day after work. So I was like, sure, that's cool. He was like, do you go out on school nights? And I said, yeah, I do. And I said, not often. I said, but, sometimes I do. He said, oh, okay. He said, well, let's get together, and we were going to go down to the Riverwalk here in Chicago. We both had been saying that we wanted to go. So that's what we were going to do. So, in the midst of us planning to do that, he ends up telling me that he was going out of town this weekend. And that he was going out of town this weekend, and he didn't know if he would be able to go. He said, this is what he said, because he asked me, what is it that I wanted to eat? And I was specific. I said, I want some crab legs. This is what I told my other friend too, because we going out, and I said, I want some crab legs. Okay. So he said, oh, I know a great restaurant down there. He said, it's a restaurant down there on the Riverwalk that have seafood, and they have, good seafood. I said, okay, cool. I said, now it don't have to be crab legs. I said, it could be any seafood. I said, but I would like to have some crab legs. He said, okay, I feel you. I haven't had no crab legs in a while. I'm really fiending at this moment, but they are expensive, and I just ain't had the money to go and get them. So anywho, we were gonna go. So then he tells me that he was going out of town. He said, well, it's gonna be a little tight with me going out of town. So I'm assuming that he was saying that he was not gonna have the money to take me and go out of town. So, okay, no problem. So I said, okay. I said, well, when you come back, I said, if it's not too cool, we'll go down there. I said, if not, we can always pick another spot to go. We can pick another spot to go out. And so he says, okay, cool. Okay, so he texts me Friday, I think it was, or Saturday. It was Friday. And he says, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how you doing? I said, you leave for your trip? When you leave for your, I said, are you gone already for your trip? He texts us back, no, my trip got canceled. So, okay. No big deal, right? So I said, oh, okay. So then he says, now he doesn't live very far from me. So, but he lives I would pass my house to go to his house. It's like that. So he says, well, if you are passing by my way, come over. I want to get a hug. Excuse me? I was immediately turned off. Immediately. Because, first of all, number one, you knew that your trip had been canceled. Whenever you found out the trip was canceled, you didn't say, hey, Sherelle, my trip got canceled. Let's go Friday after work, or let's go whatever, right? Which, that's fine. That was fine. If you didn't tell me, it's fine. No big deal. But to tell me to come to your house to give you a hug when we have never broke bread, what are you really asking me for? What are you really saying? So I was offended. And maybe to some of you all that's looking at this, y'all probably saying, oh, Sherelle, that wasn't CC, that wasn't no big deal. Listen here. I know what hugs lead to. Okay? And I ain't trying to fuck nobody. I'm being honest with y'all, okay? I'm not. I told y'all, I'm done. And I meant that. I'm done. And when I say I'm done, doesn't mean that I'm done dating men. I'm done with, damn, I know I should have needed some garbage bags. Anyway, I'll go up here to this one. Just remember that I should have went to Family Dollar, but I'm on here talking to y'all. But I'm done with, you know, oh, we gon' fuck first and we gon' date later. No, we not doing that. We not doing that. Been there, done that, and we not doing that. So, first of all, very first thing is, you knew that you already said you couldn't go. You couldn't take me on a date because you said that was going to be pretty tight. Okay, with your with you going out of town. Before he had even said that, I had even suggested that we would go out to dinner on a Sunday. He said, "Oh no, Sunday ain't good because the Bears game is coming on." Okay, I understand that too. You want to watch the football game. Because he says, "Do you watch football?" I said, "Sometimes." I said, "But I ain't into it like that." He's like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Yeah, so when you said Sunday, that let me know you don't really watch football." Well, I do watch it, you know, here and there. I'm always glad when my home team, whatever they are, when they win. But no, I'm not finna cancel an event or not go somewhere because the Bears game is on. I ain't into it like that, you know. My friend, he watches, oh my God, he watches so much football. He watches football, he watches basketball, he watches hockey, baseball. Just, I'm not into sports like that. And I always seem to find and date men who love sports, and that was my father. He loves sports. So again, that's fine. I understand. You want to watch the football game. No problem. So then that's when I suggest that we do it during the week. And he says, "Oh, that's going to be kind of tight because I'm going out of town." Okay. But now you didn't go out of town. So you knew that you wasn't going out of town, or you knew at some point that the trip was being canceled. I'm not even saying that he necessarily had to be thinking of me and be thinking like, "Oh, let me call Sherelle, you know, and see if she available," or whatever. Like I'm the first thing that should have been on his mind. I'm not saying that. But for you to text on Friday to ask me what I was doing, you know, this and that and the other, and then tell me that your trip was canceled, I thought that he was going to say, "Hey, you know, since I'm not going out of town, you know, what you doing right now? Let's go grab something to eat." We didn't have to go specifically to the Riverwalk. We could have went anywhere. It's a whole bunch of restaurants in Chicago. A whole bunch of seafood restaurants in Chicago. I wouldn't have cared. You know, we could have did the Riverwalk another time. But for you to say that, come give you a hug. Negro, do you think that I'm finna come over to your house? A house that I ain't never been to. That's number one. And number two, what in the hell is this? Man, that's a big old bowl. Why he ain't behind him? A house that I ain't never been to, number one. Number two, I just don't even understand. Look at this dog. Big old dumps. And here's the thing. When we went to we went to Punta Cana. When we went to the trip on Punta Cana. This is my classmate. This is my sister's classmate. He must be here to fix my mama's toilet. My mama keeps saying her toilet is not acting right. We all went to Punta Cana. We had a great time. And I went with him. He and I took pictures and everything. But I'm not comfortable to be going to no man's house that I really don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put myself in no type of position at all for anything to happen to me. Not saying he would do anything, but I mean the audacity to tell me to come give you a hug when you could have said, "Let me take you out on a date." What the fuck is wrong? I just don't understand. I do not understand. I do not understand these men. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I don't understand. I do not understand. If you had planned, we had been planning this date, what made you think I was going to come to your house and give you a hug? Now, let me say this. When the battery in my car had went, and I had called him and I had asked him, and the only reason why I had called him and asked him about giving me a jump is because we had talked all that day. We had talked on the phone. We had been texting or whatever. And he did. He came right away and he gave me a jump. I mean, he had company coming in and he came. And I was grateful for that. And I gave him a hug then, in my garage. I thanked him. I hugged him. I said, thank you. He knew that I was really grateful. But I don't feel comfortable being in a man's house that I have not gotten to know or I have not spent time with outside of, I ain't comfortable with that. And if y'all think I'm wrong, y'all can think whatever you want to think. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. But I was just like, we ain't at that level yet. We're not at that level of me coming to your home to give you a hug. Now, if my other friend who I've been with for the last year and a half almost, we've been together we have been bumping and grinding for a whole year. If he said for me, hey, come back here and give me a hug. First of all, if he tell me to come back and give him a hug, we ain't gonna hug, just hug. I know what we gonna do. So that's different. Because we've already established that relationship. We've already had a sexual relationship. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I ain't going to nobody's house, and I don't know him. I'm not. I ain't doing it. No, and no, and no. And it turned me off. It turned me off to the point that I was like, I don't know if I want to even be bothered with this. Because my thing is, what you trying to get? You trying to get some coochie? Don't let me say the P word because I don't want to offend nobody. Well, what are you trying to do? Because when motherfuckers tell you to come get them a hug, that means they want to bang. And we ain't banging, and I ain't got no goddamn crab legs yet. We ain't banging because you ain't did enough for me to even bang. So, we ain't doing that. And no. So I was telling my mother. Mother was like, what? I was like, yeah. I said, he told me to come give him a hug. She was like, yeah, you know what that means. I said, absolutely. And ladies, I'm going to say this to you. You have to think with your head. You have to really, when a man tells you to come give him a hug and you all ain't had no other encounters, don't fall for that. Has they already been inside?
What?
Mark and them.
No.
Oh, they just got here? Oh. No, I'm saying, does grandma know they here? Here.
Let me tell her.
Okay. Yeah, let her know they outside,
Oh,
that they
got one,
here.
see?
I got a strawberry drink. I didn't get one of those. Can you get the door?
Yeah.
Okay. How those pants fit?
Good.
You like them?
I'll come back out.
Okay. Ladies, when men tell you that, I know you all know this, but if you don't know, I'm going to tell you. If you're a young woman here looking at CeCe's Fashion Is My Passion, that's a trap, okay? And that's basically him telling you that he wants you to give him some, okay? Don't fall for that bullshit. And even if he has taken you out and showed you a good time, and y'all have went out a few times, if he tell you to come give him a hug, if you're not comfortable with that, don't go over to no man's house and be alone with him and put yourself in a compromising position that you cannot get out of. Been there, done that. I'll tell y'all about that story tomorrow. Okay, remind me to tell you about that story. I'm also going to tell you all that I was date raped years ago. And because of my history of being date raped, I'm very, 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 very particular about going over to a man's house. Okay. I'm particular about who comes into my house as well. So be careful with that. And when you tell me that you want me to come over, when you tell me that you want me to come over and give you a hug, and we've had no other interactions other than, seeing each other at events, and we all went on this trip, as a group and all this and all that. Mm-mm. 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 I was turned off. So, Saturday, Sunday, he's off. He works where I work, but he works in a different department. So I know he off today. Never did say, well, you know what? So what I wrote back to him was, I said, Chris is with me, so I can't, come give you a hug. I didn't even go into that, well, what do you think I am? I ain't got time for that. I don't have to do that. I can just simply tell you no. And I said, no, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I got Chris with me. No, that's not gonna happen. He was like, oh, okay. But my point is that if you really wanted to see me, why you didn't ask me out on the day Saturday? You didn't go on your trip. So why wasn't you saying, well, hey, what about Saturday? You free Saturday night? But he didn't. Which lets me know that he was all for the bang bang. And I'm not saying he was necessarily for the bang bang, but that just was really odd to me that he asked me to come to his house and give him a hug. I just found that to be very odd, very weird, very strange. I was turned off. And this is one of the reasons why I just don't date no more. I just do not. I just don't date. I can't be bothered. Because men, all they want to do is fuck. They don't want to spend a dime on you. Do you hear me? They don't want to spend a dime. I don't know. These new men that think they supposed to get the pussy first and give you a meal after. I don't understand. Anyway. Get it. They put too much ice in here. Anywho. So, I said the next time he called or he texts or he want to go out, I'm going to make him wait. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. And I really like him. I really liked him as a person. Not saying he a bad person, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. It just really, really rubbed me the wrong way. And like I said, I've forgiven him. I'm confused because I've given this man hugs every time I see him. I hug him. Hey, give him a real tight hug. But now all of a sudden you want me to come to your house and hug you? Why didn't you just say, can you come fuck me? That's what he should have said. Because I've hugged you a lot of times. But now I got to come hug you in private? No, you don't want no hug. You want to fuck. That's what you was basically asking. He should have just said, hey, if you pass by my way, can you just come fuck me? Because it ain't like me and you ain't never hugged. We have. Several times. But I ain't giving nobody else my cooch. Nobody. I'm good. If I want some dick, I know where to go. That's all I want. I know where to go. Ain't nobody else getting this cooch. And it's worth more than some goddamn crab legs. I want some crab legs, but I ain't finna fuck you for no crab legs. Because I can buy myself some goddamn crab legs. Anyway, y'all. People ooh. But anywho, I'm going to get off of here. Happy Monday to you all. Again, do what you want to do in your life. Don't waste your time with nobody or nothing or on nothing. But enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your peace. And do what you want to do and how you want to do it. Because, again, nothing is promised to any of us. So y'all have a great, blessed day. And I will see you all tomorrow. It will be time to go back and fry up the bacon once again. So y'all have a great day. I love you all. Peace and blessings to each and every last one of you. Bye.